Hello everybody. I'm gonna do a little review for you. I don't like doing reviews, especially on expensive items. And this is one of them. It's called a walnut saw. It's basically a angle grinder with some saw blades in here. So there's two of them in here, and it's for cutting walnuts. I'm not going to go into a lot of details because I'm not getting paid to advertise. I did buy this. It did come with a another switch. It's a foot switch, but it's not a momentary switch. It's on and off. You have to keep pushing the little button to turn it on or off. It's 16 gauge wire rated at 13 amps, and I don't know what the amp rating is of this saw, but it's probably about 10 amps, so that little cord's probably just adequate. I don't use 16 gauge extension cords on anything. Personally, I think they're junk. I bought a different foot pedal switch for a different project. This one's rated for 15 amps. So it's probably a 14 gauge wire. But it, you have to hold the pedal down the whole time you're using it. So when you let your foot off, it disconnects the power. And that's what I like about it. I can hold my foot on the pedal, run this through the saw, and take my foot off the pedal and it stops. I don't have to push the button again. But I like Black Walnuts, but they are a pain to crack. I used to use the shop vise, but you still crush the meat in it. This saw comes with this bracket and the vacuum attachment. My old vacuum has a smaller diameter hose, so I had to use some duct tape. You can mount this on a board also. But let's just take one of these Black Walnuts and run it through this shop vise. I'll aim you over here, but I usually put it in with the ends in here. That one cracked pretty easy, but you still have to run it through here multiple times to finish cracking it out. We'll put the saw in here and see how it works. And you can lock the switch in the on position. That's what the foot pedal switch comes in handy. I'm going to turn the shop back on. It doesn't catch all the dust, but it catches a lot of it. And what you wind up with is two saw marks on each end of it. The saw comes with a little 5-in-1 tool. It comes with instructions. Just stick it in your little slot, pop it open. The other side of it is right there. There's a they don't all come out like this, but the little snippers, you can see this little edge here that didn't get cut through. Take your little snippers, trim those off, which that's broke, but see, the meat pretty much falls out of it. And just flip it over and do the other side. And look at there, we got a half a walnut there. Now, if you want to pick out that little center piece there, you can. I usually don't fool with it, but and there you go. There's your walnut. There's no shell pieces in there, no little slivers of hull or anything. All in all, I like it, but it is time consuming. You do have to do each one individually. But you can saw up a bunch of them in advance. One thing, if you're using this, don't use it in the house, because those little pieces shoot off into Never Never Land, probably for you to step on barefooted. But anyway, it is time consuming, but I like the end result. And once you get your rhythm down, I mean, you can saw through a bunch of these in no time. And they crack out real easy. There's hardly any effort involved. You can take the pointy end of this and dig this out. There's you another solid half walnut piece there. Take your little snips, snip off those little pieces there, and that'll pop right out. Like I said, the saw is expensive. I'm not getting paid to advertise sales for them, but I just thought if you are like me and like walnuts and are tired of using the shop vise or smashing them with a hammer, this is an option, but be prepared to spend some money. You can get a lot of nice pieces of walnut out of there, and not just crumbs. I know there's some handy people out there, and yeah, you could probably order the blades and make your little plates. It's just a aluminum disc separating the blades. That part would be easy to do. The housing around it is going to take some some doing, because the way it's designed, if you're holding on to this to open it and you're holding this, you're not going to cut your hand. When you swing under, it's the same way. Both hands are occupied. You're not sticking your hand in the blades. You cannot open both of these at the same time. This will come off. It has this little adapter here in case your shop vac is this size. You can hook it directly to it, but like I said, mine's a lot smaller, and I didn't have that on there real tight. I wanted to show y'all what that looked like. There is I think a couple of videos that the inventor of this is on YouTube, so just look up walnut saw. So this is the only part of it that I don't like. How much this is added into the price of the kit. But it does come with several of the spacers. They're different diameters for different size walnuts. I did run a hickory nut through there, and that it will work to a degree on the hickory nuts. I don't think you need to saw as deep. You can just kind of guess. But it will cut the hickory nut. They don't pop open as easy, but the design of the nut inside is a little different than the walnut. You don't get big halves like you do on the walnuts, but you don't shatter them. You can still pick those out fairly easy. So you're not having to hit them with a hammer, but you're not going to get as large a pieces. You can get some larger pieces by using this little. Say this is time consuming. That one broke on me. I should have trimmed this off. But for picking out hickory nuts, you can still get some decent sized pieces out of them. Just thought I'd show you all that. If you're wanting to put a bunch of these up, you know, for the winter time, you can make one big mess sawing these up, and then pick them out when you have the extra time.